Do you have another adapter? A splitter.
I think the goal is like the way we were last week. All five of us was talking. If we can get these two mics to work, then we ain't got to do a bunch of swinging back and forth. I think that's the objective. We need to figure out a way to be able to test it outside of being on the air.
That's me, man. I'm gonna have to get off of this because this don't do right.
Welcome to the show. B949 WATV. Welcome to the show. I am Lady Wu. The crew is in the building. We got a lot of people in here tonight, so we are in for a treat on so many levels. Crew, introduce yourselves, please. Introduce yourselves. Hello. Hey. Y'all on that side?
Hey, what's up, B Ham? This your boy Jay Hat.
No, I don't think so. Who else?
It's your boy Ready Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody? This your girl Wendy.
Okay. And Kristen's over there, and Marshall is right here by me. So what we're doing tonight, we're trying out some new things, and we have to do them live on air to make sure that they work and that you can hear through them or whatever. You can actually hear what we're trying to present. So if you see some moving and some fidgeting, we are our tech crew. We are our producers. We are all of that. We are everything to the show. So you all are experiencing some rebooting live in action. Okay, so just rock with it. All you gotta do is listen. You don't have to. Don't worry. Don't fret. So big show tonight. We are bringing you the sound room again every fourth Sunday. Hello, Cal. How are you? And we are looking forward to hearing from some great artists tonight. But before we get to that, how was your week? Your weekend review? How was that? Where we start?
My week was pretty good. Same show, new episode. Pretty much nothing new. Seeing clients.
I'm trying to see. Do we hear you, Eddie? Check. Say it again.
Same show, new episode.
No episode because we don't hear you.
Same show, new episode.
Now we hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, I told you we're working it out. Bear with us, and if you can't hear thumbs up, if you can't thumbs down, we'll figure it out as we go. Kristen, how was your week?
My week was amazing, busy, but still amazing nevertheless.
Well, my week has been weeking, and I'm so glad, staying busy, attracting new business, new clients, and new contracts. That's always on the up and up. So we thank God for that.
That's always good. Miss Marshall, how was your week?
I had a pretty good week. It was kind of eventful. I went to Georgia for my brother's track meet, so that was entertaining.
Okay. So if you can hear, thumbs up wherever you are, wherever you're watching, or say it in the comments like I can't hear. If you can't, say that you can't, because I couldn't. Jay Hat, how was your week?
What's up, B Ham? Jay Hat. Everything was great. Ready for this spring break. We breaking on the educational tip.
Yes.
Busy week in the ministry tip, and we taking these rides.
Okay.
With that lifting service.
All right, so everybody's working. Sounds like we've done a lot of work in this week. Very productive week. Same for me. Got a lot. Like I was motivated this week to like paperwork. Every now and then, I'll get hit with it and I'll tackle everything, like a little bit of everything, and then I may do that again next month. So once a month, I get that rush that we gonna do it all. So I did that this week. Pretty good time. So hopefully all of you had an amazing week as well. We are we like to bring newness to the radio. So, you'll listen to the radio, and I'm not saying that about our station, but you'll listen to the radio in general, and you'll hear like the same 6 or 7 songs over and over again, right? Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Everybody get your roll
That's true.
on.
Yeah.
Everybody get your
Like,
roll on.
right. The same the A songs, the B's, all of them, the D songs, all of them are the same, but it's so many artists making good music out here. And it's I don't understand why we don't hear them. And I think it's because there aren't enough platforms that really push underground artists that are trying to become those household names and artists that are selling their music and making moves all over the place. So we decided to bring the sound room back. We used to do events back in the day called Music Monday. We would bring my first show was Wanting to Be Heard. It was a local artist show, and it was only for our artists in the city, and it was amazing. So those were good times. But hey, about 17 years later, here we are again, still doing that, and we have a whole producer squad that brings the artists to us. We don't even have to go find them; they just bring them. So we're getting ready to get into that part. If you like good music, turn your radio up. Put your thoughts and feelings about the music in the comments about the artist because you will meet them as well. TBG Studios is in the building. The producer himself, who is behind these sounds. What's up, Mr. Garrett? How are you? You got You know you got to talk in the mic. How has it been since last month?
It's been good. We got good responses from it. Trying to keep building and growing it, but it was good.
Okay, so did get some good responses. People like the music. We liked the music last month. We really did. So we had 3 new artists last month.
3, yes, correct.
Okay. This month, who are we looking to meet? What's been, what's popping?
This time I did bring Haven and Raji back, but I have a new artist will be here. His name is Mac. A little different little flavor. So I hope we enjoy it tonight.
Okay. So who are we gonna hear from first tonight?
We're gonna go with Mac first.
Okay. Come on in, Mac. Let's chat and get to know a little bit about Mac. And I'm gonna tell you, you're a little tall, so I don't know if you want to sit down or lean down, but get comfortable. Get comfortable so you can you chop it up with us. And so for all of you who are listening at home and wherever you may be listening, listen hard and comment in the comments. The artist is Mac, and he's gonna introduce his song as we, once we get through talking to him. So welcome to the show.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
All is well, man. Them teeth is glistening.
Oh, thank you.
It honestly doesn't matter what the music sounds like. I like your teeth.
Thank you.
Like your look. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
Okay, my name is Mac. I'm from Birmingham, born and raised. Came up on the north side.
I say you got to say what side.
North side.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So you already know.
Okay.
Just posted, going through the battle, going through life.
So you as an artist, like, how did you get started? Do you sing or rap?
Rap.
Of course, fucking like he.
It is all depends on what mood I'm in.
Really?
Yeah,
So you can sing too?
Yeah.
Where'd you
I
start?
got a little something. What do I sing?
Where did you start singing?
Where do I start singing? Oh, just over time, really.
In the
Just-
church,
just
on
loving
the
music.
block?
No, just on the block, on
It's
tracks. Because
cool.
I always been around people that did music. So,
Okay.
so I always kind of been in the way of that. And, just singing and getting to know new sounds and, just venturing for real.
Who's some of your favorite artists, inspirations?
Favorite artist inspirations. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of all over the place with it. I just love good music.
I feel
Like,
you.
I can't just say one artist in particular. I mean, if it's a hit, it's a hit. And that's what I like to hear. I like vibe music for the most part. But, someone turn me up and get me in the mode. I can do that.
Vibe music. Like, has that replaced R&B? Because it's variety.
I wouldn't say that completely. I mean, it can range from a rap artist making like a slower vibe song,
Okay.
or it can go to sizzle and stuff
I was
like that.
thinking
Yeah,
sizzle.
I respect good music. So.
Okay. So vibe music. We got DJ French Kiss in here, and I was asking her, like, does she want to talk directly to the artist and see what was popping with them? Like, when you think about artists to play, what are you looking for?
I like feel good music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a 80s baby, so anything in that time frame, 90s, for the 99, 2000,
Okay, okay.
that's my thing. I'd like to get into the new stuff, and there are some new bangers that I like, but for the most part, 80s, 99, 2000.
That's where you are with it.
Yeah.
So, like, we think about our playlist and rap artists and who's making the music that people want to hear. When you think about Mac, like, you hear this one, just Mac, right, from the north side of Birmingham. What's gonna make people put you on a playlist?
It's just like she was saying, just feel good music. I'm not talking about somebody doing this or that and third, but like just all together, I would just say Mac is it's just a cool vibe.
Okay.
That's what I like to bring. I just like to talk about what I like to do, get money, do my thing, flex, get what I like.
Oh, so that's what we talking
So,
about. Getting
yeah.
money, doing my thing,
Just but it's
flexing in a feel good way.
Yeah, in a feel good way.
How
Yeah,
you
it ain't
do that? I
like,
can't wait to hear.
not flexing too hard and not like that. It's just
Just every
I
day.
depend on, every day. Yeah,
So I could play your music in front of the whole family.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Song I'm bringing to y'all today, you'll see.
Okay. How
You'll
can
see.
people find you so they can go ahead and see before we get
You
started?
can just look up Mac up on all platforms. All
Mac.
platforms. Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Straight
You can-
M-A-C-K.
and M-A-C-K. Or you can look at my personal page, Dominique Mac, because my name is just branded. So that's what I go by. That's what a lot of people know me by. I got a lot of followers, a lot of people that tap in with me on everything I do.
Okay. So tell me this before we get to the song. How far do you want to go? Who do you want to work with? And how are you going to get there?
How far do I want to go?
To the moon.
It's
woo.
it's definitely no limit to where I want to go. As
Okay.
long as the doors keep opening, I'm gonna keep walking through them.
Okay.
Who would I like to work with? Ooh, I really want to do something with like Janae Aiko, something different. Like I like to bring that different texture to what I like to do in music, just to show that I am kind of versatile. Just being comfortable in that zone. So, and what I'm gonna do to get there, just be consistent, no matter what happens. The ups, the downs, just keep going.
That's
Keep
what's
grinding.
up. Okay. Well, I'm ready to hear. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce your song.
All right, you already know, man. This Mac. We got the single coming to you, Biggest Heights.
On B90.9.
The biggest can't be scared of high shit. Pull up to the crib so I can get you right there. Down till you be my wife now. Down till you be my wife, yeah. The biggest can't be scared of high shit. See you got those trans bars cause you earn your stripes, yeah. I'm gonna do it right, help you get it right, yeah. No, you can't be scared of high shit. Yeah, if I win a bill, girl, I might get you a hand. How you BBL, so you can have all the crowd. How you working in your bed, and I like it when you spend. You everything you pay. My straight, I say it's a you pay. On my bed, I might before you get. I feel my numbers on this. You see me do my name, shawty for her, yeah, she made. I call her, babe, she get my name. Man, I'm the biggest, can't be scared of high shit. Pull up to the crib so I can get you right there. Get down till you be my wife, yeah. Get down till you be my wife, yeah. The biggest, can't be scared of high shit. See you got those trans bars cause you earn your stripes, yeah. I'm gonna be get it right, help you get it right, yeah. Baby, no, you can't be scared of high shit. Shakes a little to the right, shakes a little to the right, yeah. Show her that you bad, show her that you right, yeah. Shakes a little to the right, shakes a little to the right, yeah. Say that, do it right, yeah, I do it right, yeah.
What you say? Sway to the left, to the right?
Yeah, to the left, to the right, yeah.
Just a little vibe. All right. So, Mac,
Yes.
Biggest Heights, right here in the sound room on B94.9 WATV. Loving it. What y'all think? We add Mac to this playlist?
I think so.
Thank you.
I'm definitely
Appreciate
adding.
Oh
Say
yeah.
I
Marshall?
like that.
I appreciate y'all.
Can't be scared of heights. That's what's
Okay,
up.
Marcia said, I liked it. Okay. So, like, if she liked it, she
Can't be
liked it.
scared of heights.
DJ French Kiss, you playing it?
Absolutely.
That one we got?
Absolutely. Can't be scared of heights.
Biggest Heights right here on B94.9 WATV. Mac, thank you for coming in.
Thank
So we
you
just
for
get,
inviting
we
me.
give them the song. We let it ride. See what they say in the comment. KL says sounds good. Okay, so but before you go, you said you can sing too, because I can kind of hear that. I kind of heard it. Sing some
Sing something.
straight like that.
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot like that? Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got.
You can always take us to church. We
You
can't
know-
boo you.
Take
We
it
can't
back.
boo you if you go to church right quick.
Right.
I just
I
want
can
to
just
hear.
sing that though. Babe, I am the biggest, can't be scared of heights, yeah. Pull up to that cribby so I can get you right, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little song.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad
I
if you.
just grew with
Who
something.
I'm gonna
Ain't no
sing to
real
you. I wouldn't be
heavy
mad
song.
if you tried to
Sing.
sing to me.
Come on.
I wouldn't be
I
mad.
I try to give it to
Okay. So you sing to the girls,
a little bit.
whatever it takes.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all put your hands together
Little bit.
for.
Yeah, when my favorite song come on, I definitely give it.
Oh, okay. He said I get to you. I'm gonna start saying that. Yeah, one time for Mac right here in the sound room on V94.9 WATV. The name of the song is Biggest Heights. Heard him in there talking about BBLs and I heard all that. He said he's gonna pay for all that.
Earn
We
your
won't-
stripes, yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She heard her.
All right. TBG, who we got next?
All right, next we got Rod G coming back with a feel good song.
Raji,
Yeah, this
baby.
song tears up every time we go perform and everything. So I brought him back so y'all can hear this one.
That's what's up. Okay. Raji, baby.
Hey.
Raji with the good energy.
Oh, wait a minute. I like that suit.
That's what I
It
said.
get too small for you. You know where to bring.
That's what's up.
Both
Hey,
on too, don't.
he ready.
Oh,
He
shit.
ready. How you been? He feeling that J Hat? I told you he fly today. J Hat got on his Sunday's best. I know y'all can't see it. He ready today. He must preach good today. How you been?
I've been good. Just had a birthday.
Happy birthday.
I turned-
You said October.
No, I turned up.
I'm about to say because October was not just had a birthday.
I have a baby in October.
Rick, well, congrats. You coming in with all the good
Congratulations.
news.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
That's what's up.
I'm turned right now. Just had
Okay,
time.
turn right now. So what you been doing since the last time we saw you musically? We got babies on the way, but what else? Turning up, all that, but yeah, musically.
Couple shows, studio time.
Okay.
Kind of just sitting back at home, relaxing for real.
So still working, but just low key.
Almost there.
Okay. So well, you been chilling. You got anything you want to talk about?
Oh, well, look, we talked about the country the last time.
Yes,
so
we did.
I just decided to bring back a little something to show you.
You made you okay. I know you what you say, Wendy.
You ready?
Like country is a thing. Before we get to that though, I will ask this. Like, I don't know if I said it last time we talked or not, but like I feel like a lot of artists are just doing it trendy. What's gonna happen after the trend? Because
Well, see, the thing with me was I always liked country music.
I remember you said that.
It wasn't a trend thing when everybody was doing R&B and rap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs, and I'm liking that style of music.
Okay.
So when I had the opportunity and ran into the beat or anything, however it was made or the song, I'm gonna record it just because I like it. So yeah, it's not more, and I don't be on social media like that, so I don't do trends.
Okay, cool. I like that. So after Beyonce finishes trying to put everybody on his black doing country music, because I think that's the goal. I want to tour with Beyonce. Once that's over, Raji, baby, we'll
I'm
sing.
still here giving you country music when this is over.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead and introduce this one. I'm excited.
If you're feeling good right now, and you don't have nothing else to do, you sitting at home, this is the song to put on. If you're cleaning, this the song to put on. If you having fun, you out, this is the song to put on.
All right, and the name
got a
of the
little
song?
dance to it too.
Oh, okay, so we got to have a dance class right quick. Well, let's go ahead and drop it. The name of the song is Good Time, Raji Baby, right here on B94.9 WATV in the sound room.
All right now. Grab up a beer, y'all. Hey, drink us some alcohol. Roll me a scone.
Because you kind of want to go, like, you want to do the other one, the regular. But then you want to go slugging with it.
Let's have a good time.
Do that. Oh, all right, here we go.
Let's have a good time.
Come on.
Let's grab some beers.
Let's stick with brandy.
Hey, roll me a scone. Let's have a good time. I've been dancing on top of cars and dancing on top of bars. I'm so drunk, I think I'm dancing with the stars. Good. Good. Grab up a beer, y'all. Drink up some alcohol. Roll me a skull. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time.
Let's have a good. Yeah.
Let's have a good time with your right front, two tests with your right back, two tests with your right side, then cross it to your right side, two tests with your left front, two tests with your left back, two tests with your left side, then cross to the left
Or you can slide.
Cha-cha with your right, cha-cha with your left, and then you turn it to the right, and you can do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Get. And the man walked up to me and said, it's something about a lady is clear that make your problems disappear. So grab up a drink and roll with me. Forget about your problems and just have fun.
Woo!
Drink up some alcohol.
Can I get some drink, y'all?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. Yeah.
So we finna have one. Oh yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a vibe right there. Okay. I see
Oh,
what the
yeah,
people were
yeah.
saying. Okay. Rochelle, what we thinking?
I like that one. I think it'll do good in like nightclubs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, specifically out here though. But
Yeah.
Most
I think
definitely.
it'll do well.
She said, so she hears it in the club. DJ French Kiss.
You know what? I'm gonna need this tonight. I'm gonna need for you to send this on
And
to
I
me
like the
tonight.
track.
I like the track.
Who did
I
the
like
track?
song. It's definitely
Ooh, boy, that's
some
fire.
feel good. Yeah.
Let's get.
This that's like some crossover
That's
type
like-
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can
Like
take
you
this.
Let's have
Sing
a
with
to
it, have
church.
fun.
Over the
Sing at
mouth.
church. Have a good time.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed. My youngest son is the one that actually did all that.
Did what?
The putting the song together.
Oh wow.
Because he was the reason he picked up. We was cleaning up, and he picked up my beer I was drinking.
Oh, okay, so it's a
So he
true
been-
story.
that's where it came from. Grab up a beer, and then it was like, oh, well, drink some alcohol. And so my brother came in, and he was like, hey, man, this stinking here smell like a skunk.
All of this happened just back to back. These
This-
okay.
yeah, it's all happened
Wrote the
just like
story.
that. And I called him and was like, bro, I need a session.
When you
That's
need a
what's up.
session, they better answer then. I love that. So
You know,
go ahead.
last time you were here, I said you use just the exact amount of words you need to use. The
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
You said exactly what needed to be said, no more, no less, and it delivered what it was supposed to.
But
That's
my
what's
mom,
up.
like I said, my mom is real big on my music. So she's real picky about that. And she says, well, Rod, go and say what you need to say. Because if you put too much other words in, you just, ain't nobody going to listen to you.
Okay.
I'm not. So
Okay.
she said that it hurt my feelings.
But it was
That's how-
real.
That's how I started
Yeah.
writing.
We gotta get the dance together though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know you got us on that. I did, Roger, baby. Ain't disappointed us yet.
No,
That's
no.
what's up. I want the instrumental to that. Just kind of play. I like that. Just to play under us when we talk. That's how. Okay.
When you play it, you going to think of it.
Let's have a
Let's have
good.
a good.
I ain't gonna forget it. Dancing on bars and cars. Sound about like something I do. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Who we got next? This what's up.
Oh, we got Miss Haven back.
Haven
with
is
some new
back.
Flavor, yes.
Hi, Haven.
All right, put your hands together for Haven as she enters this studio. Hey, if you're listening and watching online, keep doing that. This is new music. You know, you don't have to hear the same songs over and over and over again because artists are still making music every day. Producers are still producing. So, Miss Haven, how you been since the last time we saw you?
Pretty good.
Good. So, what's been popping? Anything new?
Yes, I'm bringing new music today. It's called Bad. It's coming off a tape that I got coming out real soon.
She said a tape. I like that.
Yeah.
You taking us back. Okay. So, tell us about Bad. Like, what's behind this?
So it's about bad karma and me being the bad karma. But you know, just a little get back ain't never hurt nobody.
Like mayhem.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean not the worst get back, but you gonna feel me.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Don't play with me. Your auntie on here said my niece Haven is awesome. Her voice sounds so beautiful. It brings me to tears. Go Haven.
Thank you, auntie.
All right. So anything that we need to talk about today, because you were here last month and we kind of got to know you a little bit better. You said that you were trying to get behind the scenes. Have you started working on that?
Actually, yes, I've had a few writing opportunities to come about.
That's
some
what's
stuff
up.
coming up. So
Okay.
yeah, I am excited.
Awesome.
I'm getting closer to the goal.
Okay, keep working. Keep working it. Yeah, we play Haven every day with magic. Let the magic on the party. Every day. Every day. So today we are hearing new music. Go ahead and introduce your new song.
This is Bad by me, and I hope y'all like it.
Silence. Your love was a hard stepper. Turn me cold. I'm a heartbreak. Show no love. I'm a soul take. Try what you like. I'm just here for some get back, baby. Baby, I'm your man. Come on, you love me, and now walk away. Don't you know I'm bad for you? I can love you right. Trying to warn you. Sweetest lies you ever heard. Can you play? You must not remember all the nights I would wait, but you never show. All the calls you would miss while I'm missing you. Don't you worry, 'cause baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm your man. Come on, you love me, and I walk away. Don't you know I'm bad for you? I can love you right. Baby, I'm your man. Come on, you love me, and I walk away. Don't you know I'm bad for you? I can love you right. Trying to warn
Oh, wee. Okay. All right. Let's let those applause run out, because wow. Okay, I'm bad karma, baby. I told you. Hey,
A
man.
little get back ain't never
Oh, that was good.
was.
We were just kind of like
I like
listening to
that.
the story. So we like a good story. You gotta
That's dope.
tell the people something. Was it somebody in particular that you was? I know it was. Look at
Be continued.
Oh, they will make you write a story. Eddie, what you think about that?
Oh, I like that. That's the thing that draws me to music is being able to encapsulate the feeling of what we experience as humans into it. And it's like I was like, some has been felt here.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
about to be felt by somebody else. But
Oh, yeah.
I like feeling that.
I'm definitely gonna play that on somebody's voicemail.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Call
gonna
and
do
let it
that.
play.
I'm going to play that and hang up. That's awesome. Hey, like that was good. I'm bad karma. I'm no good for you. That's what you said. Well, yeah, cause
Oh yeah.
listen to it, Wendy. So the person made you that way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just
Uh-huh.
you did something, now it's my turn. I'm just show you really. Just
Yeah. Yeah,
a
just
little
good.
bit.
We like that. Let's give that some more applause.
That's what she
Yeah.
said. There
Uh,
you go.
Yeah, that would So DJ French Kiss, where you gonna play that one? Tell me about where you gonna put that one.
You know what? I could play that anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
She
I
be
think
now
you
she
could play
be
that
blending
anywhere.
and
I can make that in the song.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I got you. I
Who,
got you covered.
who made that track?
Your voice is really just amazing. Seriously.
Thank you.
Shout out to TBG.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you not, yeah. Okay. That's what's up. Haven, thank you so much for that.
y'all
New
for
music
having
from
me.
Haven. I'm looking forward to all I want to hear the whole everything. You know, I could just ride to you just from magic to all that sounds good.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
going.
you.
All right. Hey, I want you to get back on the mic, sir.
Thank you, Dessa.
Like for real.
Hello, hello.
Because you talk about the foundation that artists lay music on top of, and producers win awards too. You kind of showed out a little bit.
I always do it beats, man. They always been different though.
Okay.
And now I kind of got some artists that can do stuff to my beats now. So I'm kind of getting out there showing a little bit versatility.
Yeah, for real. How can people get in touch with you if they want to be on one of these beats?
Once again, it's TBG Studio 205. That's Instagram. You can also get my personal Instagram is D Silent Music. You can DM me. And I'll get them to you. However,
So D Silent Music spelled the right way.
DSILENT Music.
Okay, on
That's my
Instagram.
IG.
All right, and then the other is
TBG Studio 205.
all right. So we'll get that up on the screen for you guys that are listening, so that you can be a part of some great music. You probably can come and get in the sound room.
Yeah,
that's good. Like you ain't brought us nobody that just disappointed. Like this is good. You ever have any bad artists that coming up?
Yeah, I won't say bad artists because artists are artists. Somebody can splash something on the wall, can be beautiful, or somebody can.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you have a lot of people developing their sound also.
Look at you. He got the politically correct answers. I love it. I didn't trip you up on that.
Oh no, it's
This
true.
is what you do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Ooh, don't play with me. I do this. Loved it.
Thank you.
Awesome. So next month we're coming back. It'll be summertime. It'll be probably hot by then. It'll be April. You gonna come with some more heat, huh? I'm excited.
I'm excited.
This is good. So now we got about 6 songs. So I said that when you listen to radio, you only hear about 6 songs. Right now you're hearing Sexy Red and Bruno Mars. You're hearing SZA. You're hearing all the Kendrick Lamar songs. I'm about sick of that. And now we can replace them.
Okay.
Get them out of here. Get them out of here. All right, y'all. The sound room. The door is closed right now, and we get ready to transition into the. Maybe we're gonna dive into Trump stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still kind of on that music.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty. They got us in the mood.
Music was dope.
What a bartender. What a hors d'oeuvres. That's pretty nice. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the show on V94.9 WATV.
Monday on the show. Hey, if your money bill
Dope segment. Our sound room every fourth Sunday right here on V94.9 WATV in the middle of our show, like in the middle of the show. And we get good music. Y'all were talking about D Silent, Dante as the producer in those tracks. Like, what y'all think about that?
No, them beats is good. Like it's just like the music, like the sound draw you in before words even show up.
Yeah.
And then the words show up and it's like it's just a double whammy for me. So I'm a casual music listener for real. I get lost in the melody and listen to a song 20 times before I be hearing what's being said for real.
Right.
And so that's what pulled me into it.
I feel like producers, they tell stories too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you get a good beat from a good producer, and it's like, you know what? I can make my own song. It start playing in your head what you wanted to say.
Absolutely, because before the lyrics are put on it, it's a track.
It is.
So yeah, shouts out to D Silent. And the artist just kind of brought it to life. Everybody's excited about Haven and just Haven's versatility, her own background on her own music. So that's all good. Once again, his contact information on Instagram, D Silent Music or TBG Studio 205. D Silent Music, TBG Studio 205. Next month, coming back with more artists. So as we switch over and get ready to get into the second half of the show, did anything really interesting happen this week? Anything that we weren't expecting to happen? In the news, what?
Just a moment of silence for George Foreman.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Incredible life, incredible man.
Yep. George Foreman passed away yesterday, Friday, at the age of 76. One of the boxing greats, and then a phenomenal advocate and entertainer as well.
And grill champion.
Yes. Everybody said, I'm going to get my George Foreman grill out. And I actually just bought a new one.
Right.
What?
I did. I get into spaces where I don't need this no more. So I probably sold it or something or donated it. Then I got a new one like that about a month or two ago. When was it? No, that was Christmas time. So it was around Christmas time. Yeah, got it then.
So everybody went and bought them one.
Got a new George Foreman grill.
Stock is on the rise.
Yeah, already.
Right, you knew it.
Legendary. What else?
The memes was saying that George Foreman grills walk so air fryers can run.
Oh,
I know that's real.
Yeah.
Y'all still use air fryers?
Yeah.
Really? I don't ever use it. I guess because I don't be cooking like that. Okay. The champ is here. The astronauts are home. Hey, Mr. Robert. The astronauts are home. Somebody said the astronauts never left.
They never.
Like, what? Y'all thought they were like in a studio somewhere and they just came back because the lady didn't color her hair and they were upside down.
What would be the purpose of that?
Where was Neil Armstrong the whole time?
California.
Okay.
Calabasas. Y'all think everything is a conspiracy or a joke? The astronauts.
Waving, the flag was waving.
So now we'll say this: it's space. It's outer space. The directions, like what do you Google? Do you MapQuest?
MapQuest.
How you know how to get there?
MapQuest, they the same.
I guess they use trajectories.
Yeah, the positionality of the stars and the moons can easily be calculated.
Latitude.
That's math.
Called.
I'm horrible at
just
math. You saying it's just math? That's what I flunked 100 times. What are you saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not for us to calculate. It's for somebody who's doing it.
Exit exam took me to the last time with the math part,
and that's why they took it away.
Because why you playing with me?
Did you have the one with the 5?
Probably all of them.
Okay.
I don't know how many
parts
we
had a different test.
It didn't say nothing about no astronauts nowhere.
I'm sure we had a different test.
What? Ours was like on the 11th grade level. Then they started going down. Yeah. So it took me to get to the 11th grade to try to figure it out. I don't know what this is. Get me out of here.
I knew I was going into a field with as little math as possible.
Yes.
I'm talking about
I knew
real.
it.
After 3rd grade, I knew what it was.
I ain't neither one of them.
Tables. I said, what is this?
Why must we repeat this over and over?
Do you hear me? Be an astronaut. Who? I'm not going up there and can't count. Look. Because you want me to figure out how to get back and edit somebody it's just math, I'll be up here forever.
My question was, how were other people continuously
going up there?
And y'all couldn't come back, but they can
we
go
don't
up
have
there?
No room. That Eddie, explain, because that's not math. That would be common sense. Why are you coming up here to bring something and we can't go back with you?
I think it gets to the new technologies that they trying. I mean, NASA program ended, shut down, and Trump brought back Space Force, and then Elon Musk got into it. So, I mean, it just could be they just trying new technologies and stuff. I mean, we see that Elon with the new space shuttles have a self-landing shuttle instead of having to drop in the water. So it might be they trying a new technology and it failed in the worst way.
Well, they should have took that lady some L'Oreal.
Well, one of the articles that came out was talking about how and this is one of the things where Trump re-narrating it, where it was like they're saying that the government wasn't gonna pay them for 9 months worth of overtime for being up there that long, and he's stepping
What?
in.
Excuse
So-
me.
Yeah, they definitely getting paid.
Overtime.
All that.
I'm stuck. I'm literally stranded with this other person. How do you use the bathroom?
SpaceX.
I'm gonna just say this.
Oh my
That's too
God.
far away from Earth with an F to be a guinea pig. That's
You hear
too far
me?
away from Earth with an F.
I would have
Okay.
been crying so bad to see y'all come up there to bring me some stuff and then
What?
leave.
Man, ain't
Where they
nobody-
going?
Paramount
That's
Studios.
wild. That's wild.
Man, what you talking about? Ain't no
It
space.
take me 3 days to get there. Cali.
Ain't
And
no
some people be saying
space.
like there's no
Driving
such
time.
thing as space, but it's like you do look up and
They in
you
the
do
dome,
see.
man. Ain't no space.
It's a firmament.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No such thing as astronaut. I mean, as aliens
Yeah,
either. They're
they
not
going-
real either.
Oh, they're
They-
in the
they're here.
ocean.
Yeah.
I think we in the Truman
They're
Show,
with
ain't
the
it?
aliens. That's where they are.
clouds.
And we in the Truman Show, ain't
So
it?
the
Oh,
real,
my
the real
goodness.
conspiracy is that they're saying that space is actually in the ocean.
Yeah.
They're underwater.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that.
All that.
So, you know how that goes.
So we looking at them
much.
go up, but they
So
really
they're
going
not
Look,
Well,
Crystal, what?
Gotcha.
Is that what they say?
So they going
They're
down now.
saying
Up.
that.
But
Yeah.
why
They're
would you
saying
tell
that.
us that they're going up? And
It look like they're
out?
going up,
It
but they
looks
really
like
going down.
that.
See, some people
Well,
don't
just
even
trying
want to
to
have
cap
these
up something.
conversations. They think they don't want to talk about this because they don't want to talk about it. I think it should be talked about because what happened to children wanting to be astronauts and rocket scientists?
That's what happened.
What? That is not real?
TikTok happened.
Yeah.
We realized that it was a whole production.
I was having a conversation with someone in the hair salon the other day, and we were talking about like how kids aren't seeing the same things that like we grew up seeing. So like I grew up like during Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, stuff like that. So like of course Cheetah Girls, it's like, oh, I want to be like Raven Simone when I grow up. Like that's who I want to be.
Yeah.
And she's very inspiring still to this day. But these kids are growing up seeing like influencers and like YouTubers and stuff. So like that's their
But you still have those other children
yeah.
from other countries, and their parents are strong on that. You get in these professions that make money, and you're a
Influencer.
mathematician, right? No,
Mm.
I know Nigerians are still making their kids go to medical school
Yeah, I hope so. Because
to
if
this
not,
day. Like that they're strong on that, being in medicine and
You know-
healing. So
you
I don't
know-
know what happened.
It's hard. It's hard to know what it is and is not American propaganda from my childhood.
okay.
And I think that there's conspiracy theories my age that's saying all the stuff that we learned when we was young is problematic. And I can challenge it because that's all I knew growing up. But these kids are growing up with the challenges of their elders. And that the moon landing was fake. Saying that, the universe is in the ocean. And they are trying to figure out life, but with the adults challenging what the American narrative has been.
Right.
I think these kids, people are trying to get to the bag.
That's it.
Nobody wants to be in space by yourself. Like kids like to flex. You can't flex up there. Who
what the
you
man
flexing
just
for?
said.
Up there, down there. I mean, again, it's too far away from Earth with an F
Mac just said biggest
to be
height.
playing.
Biggest height. All the way out. Flaunting and stunting. I'm going as far as I can. That's what he said. That's what he just said. So what? Okay. They went for what? What did they go for?
We forgot.
I can't remember. I
They
don't
was gone
remember.
too long.
The whole news story
What
came.
was-
They
what
stuck.
was Originally, I don't know.
To fix
anymore.
something?
Like,
Was it to fix something on
A
another?
satellite or something? We don't know.
Yeah.
Because why? What's up there?
Aliens?
Oh no.
Okay, so let's.
Do
let's-
y'all see this comment by
Wait.
Mr. Robert?
Their
Mr.
food
Robert
was
said the-
delivered by Space Uber. It's a new company from Mars.
Hold on, people at Mars, for
Men-
real.
Men are from Mars.
Well,
Women
I
are from
mean, I
Venus.
heard that all my life, but you know what I mean. I'm just trying to see for real. I
Wait
mean,
a
I
minute.
think they really remember on the Kings of Comedy,
I ain't got time.
and Cedric the Entertainer was like, they gonna leave Earth to get away from us. Like they really doing this.
It's happening.
This
The
is
other ones
happening.
went down in the submersible.
Y'all better pay attention to these movies if it can
Yeah.
be produced.
and you see how that went.
Yeah, that blew up. Let me tell you, the movie that I like. Oh, the movie that I liked. it was similar to what's happening or what we're predicting. The Obamas produced it. It was the movie with you know, man, that was a good movie. I'm gonna Google it. I'll
Which
Google
one
it.
was the one where they actually got on the capsule in the end of the movie and they went to outer space? All the people that bought a ticket.
I hadn't seen that one.
It was like years ago.
Yes, the name of this one was Leave the World Behind. No, y'all
Okay.
need to watch that. It was a good movie. All the Teslas drove to a certain
yes,
destination
and
and crashed on their own now. In the movie.
And who made that movie?
The Obamas were producers in
Oh,
it. And who else are the actors? Yeah, I was
know
watching.
He was real fine, the black guy.
Yeah, and I cannot think of his name. He was in Moonlight.
Mhm.
Julia Roberts. Yes, Mahershala Ali. Oh, yes. Leave the World Behind with Mahershala Ali. Why don't you? Yeah, that was a good movie. Y'all need to
Well, I
watch
don't know
that.
about
Yeah, I would've
crashing them,
left
but
the
they
world.
seem to be burning all the Teslas up.
We're
So
gonna get into that as well.
Okay.
They,
well,
they
I'll wait.
originally went up there to test a new craft. It was called a Boeing Starliner,
The show is.
And
and they was
Got
only supposed to
stuck.
be up there for 8 days.
and been up there 9 months.
9
Yeah.
months.
Why I be trying to jump out? I try to jump off space. How you get out of here?
All the issues that been showing up with Boeing as a company, and all the whistleblowing that been coming out about Boeing.
And you trust a
man.
capsule?
Man, and then y'all went up here in a space Uber. So that says a lot about Elon Musk. He is in there.
Was
He's so
anybody
in there.
black on there?
Girl, what? Are we astronauts?
Man, shout out to Elon Musk. I'm coming in with the bag.
No, you about to
tonight.
get slapped.
Elon and donated all that bread to Don Stanley. Let's shout it out.
Who is that?
The basketball coach for South Carolina.
Dawn. What he donated to her?
Some bread.
Like what? Tell us the story, because I hadn't heard nothing about that. What did he do?
So my sentiment about a multi-billionaire donating a few million to
Okay.
someone is equivalent to
Tip.
a drug dealer giving money away to these females. Like
Oh.
they don't even miss it. You
Mm.
know,
Giving turkeys out to the hood.
giving turkeys to the hood. Nobody misses that.
When did he do it? What was I?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
But since you're handing it out,
I mean,
I missed that.
did y'all miss it?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on you to pull it up. That's what. We don't know nothing about this. Elon himself donated something.
$10 million.
Oh, 10 million? To her personally or to the team?
$10.
I don't like.
Yeah, please tell me why. And
Oh,
what.
somebody says she denied it.
Yeah, I'm reading that she
Mm.
declining and
What up,
says keep
Iggy?
it and spend it on something that actually helps people.
Why Don Staley though?
There it
What's the story? Yeah, we waiting on the story because what? Was she just here the other week? Is that who? I don't know.
No.
It was a basketball coach here the other week. Yeah. I win. We all win. Let me play
She
tracks.
probably said something that's conservative lateral,
Hmm.
unintentionally, or I don't know.
Well, we're gonna look for it.
Because
Maybe he's just a fan.
he say, "I stand with you, Coach Don Staley." You don't say that unless something that happened to reinforce. So I just don't know what that thing.
She
is.
won.
So Google Alexa. Why did he
That's
give
what
her
just winning?
money?
She.
That's all it was.
Yeah, she's a winner. Isn't she the highest paid as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she's
Yeah.
a winner, definitely.
I would feel
I
like that's
stand
a
with her
trap.
too.
A trap. Yeah,
It's a trap.
trap money.
I stand with you, Don Staley. Here you go, $10 million. What is that? Don't nobody do that.
Put my robots on your team.
You feel me? Got to have me.
Hmm.
Oh,
Uber Gold.
yeah.
Let's see.
So I said, wow.
He steps up to support Coach Don Staley in South Carolina with a jaw-dropping $10 million donation. I stand with you, Coach Don Staley. This bold and generous move has left fans and industry leaders alike in awe. Musk, known for his visionary ventures, took to Twitter to announce his remarkable gesture, declaring, "I support you." Y'all just said that. With the release, you still ain't said why. Why is this
Does he
news?
stand with her?
What?
I'm
what-
gonna stick beside her.
Hey,
Why?
10 mil to your program is a little bit.
Right.
I
It's
want
a
to know
little bit
why.
much.
I need to know why. Let's find something else. And it's just on Facebook and Instagram. Where is it on? Where is it on CNN, TMZ? Here it is on somewhere. No. May not be real, you guys.
It might not be.
What that is.
Mm,
I saw it on CBS News. There you go.
yeah, I don't see it. But Elon, if you're listening, we're winners over here.
Yes.
And
Happy.
yeah, and in our day-to-day life, we are Our lives, we're
Y'all
winning.
turning it down.
No.
Eddie, you turning it
And
down.
then I'm gonna get in SpaceX
Yes.
and go see
Eddie said I can't be bought.
Turning down to $10 million
10 million
from Elon.
Yeah.
from Elon.
Absolutely.
Oh man, we in space.
Yeah, forever.
No more Earth. Earth with the F.
I wouldn't
Nah.
trust it. I wouldn't trust it. Oh man. Okay, so what's real? Gonna run down the list. Dawn Staley she shouted about Plies out for gifting her a chain, but she hasn't mentioned anything about Elon. So yeah, it might not be real. Thank you, Jonathan. What's real? Do you all believe that dinosaurs are real? That they were real?
Yep.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I seen some pretty big iguanas down in Florida.
Okay.
Negative.
You don't think so?
Negative.
Jonathan, you don't?
There are huge.
Are they in the Bible?
alligators?
Are there any?
crocodiles? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Come on, okay. But bigger,
Yeah,
you know the ones you see in the museum. Imagine those walking up Inslee Avenue.
Evolution.
Okay, so
We
then
wouldn't even have this world. We probably live on the
Well,
ground.
that world did pass away.
y'all things have come brand new. Amen.
So, you know.
Okay,
You in the dinosaur world.
okay. So let's look. Loch Ness monster. I was so fascinated with that growing up. I hate to see. I need my feet to touch the
I'm
bottom
always
because the
touching
Loch
it.
Ness monster is under there.
I think
Do y'all
there
believe it's
are-
real?
I think there are things in the water that live and exist at those depths that we'll never see
Okay.
until, like the anglerfish that came to surface.
mhm,
Like
okay.
that thing was ugly.
Okay.
I
But
saw
the-
it on
but the-
Nemo, Finding Nemo.
The pressure and the temperature. I guess the pressure and the temperature makes it hard for things that live that deep to survive that high. So most of the times we see stuff like that dead.
When it's down,
Yeah. I think the Loch Ness monster being something that you can never find but see above water sometimes, I'm inclined to believe that there's like one of them things where somebody saw it high and told a story of it, and it just went through a society that didn't have social media.
Okay.
I think maybe it could have been an anaconda because we didn't think those
That
were real until the
anaconda
movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so there are actual snakes that big and that long.
Yeah.
All right. What about gnomes? Do y'all believe that gnomes are real?
Really?
Now you going off.
What about Bigfoot? Y'all gonna?
What
bring
about
it back?
Bigfoot?
Gnomes. I don't know about
Sasquatch.
gnomes.
A large, hairy, human-like creature that
Harry-
some
Harry
believe
Hennessy.
roams North America.
Yeah, it gotta be one of them somewhere.
At least one.
Mhm. I mean, I seen a couple over here in Inslee.
Wow.
Yes.
So look, seriously,
This is
what's
wild.
real?
Just playing.
I'm
what's
standing
real?
beside you.
Not really.
Y'all playing. I'm
I'm
asking for
playing.
real.
I'm
Iggy
kinda for real.
said some biblical scholars and creationists interpret the descriptions of the Behemoth and Leviathan as referring to large, powerful, and possibly extinct creatures, potentially dinosaurs. Okay, Iggy, thank you. I'm gonna tell y'all, Iggy has been talking his talk for a long time, and a lot of people they trust Iggy. And like if my daddy says, yeah, he's smart, he knows, I trust that. I'm gonna pull that up. We're gonna read about it. I hate that the Bible don't come with no pictures. Okay.
Them children's Bibles do.
Yeah, I need that. Do you all believe one
Precious
more.
moments.
Yeah.
Bible.
Yay.
I had. Did anybody
Them
had a
kids
precious
had big
moment? Bible?
heads.
Yeah,
They
they did
all
have
of them
big
had
heads
big
and big
heads.
eyes.
Y'all are
Yes.
crazy.
They were
Last
so
one.
cute, though.
Do you believe that mermaids are real?
Nah.
At Atlantis.
Mm-mm.
Is
That
that
was,
what Isley Brothers was singing about?
that one's tough.
Because they may,
Voyage to Atlantis.
okay. So things that may not be real. What's real? And if we count on the government and politics to tell us what's real, we will be messed up. So you know that this week they did unveil some truths or some more information about the JFK or the Kennedy's assassinations.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Smoke and mirrors.
Why? Like what? They
Throw
scraped
the
up.
rock and hide your hand.
Illuminati.
All through your body.
Do we
Listen.
believe that the Illuminati is real? Once there's another one.
Is that real?
what? 12 gauge shot
Hey,
Wait, that's the first time all us heard it. But
Shook
what's
shot me.
that?
Shook shot. me.
The Illuminati. Y'all play too much. This is serious. These are people's lives. This is Tupac.
It is.
So what I was told about
Biggie.
Illuminati years and years ago was that the United States is an actual corporation,
Mhm.
and they're people the same way you buy land. They've bought the country,
Mm.
so they've bought islands, and we know that people have this much money. You can buy a piece of
Yes,
land this
Elon.
big. Right, Elon. So we know that to be true. But we're a corporation, and people sit on a board and run the corporation.
And it's
And
not
all
the
of
people
the-
that we vote in.
No,
No.
these are families that have been around for years, centuries, ages. There's a whole lineage. So yeah, I do believe in Illuminati.
Yeah. And
That's
it-
just what they call it, but it's an actual business.
so we're talking about the bankers.
Yes.
Okay,
They
like
own everything.
Rothschilds and people
All
like that.
Yeah.
Jewish.
What about
Jewish
that? What
people.
about that
ISH.
cultural
Yeah.
Illuminati? That,
Jewish.
that cultural Illuminati that says that
That's-
if you successful, that means that
You
you.
got to come. Do
That's the
these
reason your
things.
family got killed, like Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer
That's
Hudson.
You know,
the first
like-
person that comes to mind.
Right.
They stay saying that.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were saying like all of these music executives were part of something called Boule.
Exactly.
So they've branched off from the Illuminati and made their own.
Mm.
But
that's
you're really
people around
just
here in
a
the city.
puppet for these people that made you famous and make you money. That's why all of the artists that are falling now, executives that are falling, are of our skin color, skin tone.
Always.
You're expendable. We can get rid of you.
Quickly.
You're listening to the show right here on
You go kicking
B94.9
against the brick.
WATV. This is heavy. It's scary. It's kind of scary.
I'm
Y'all
so
wild.
sick of woo.
This is kind of scary.
It is, but it's real
not,
life.
but-
It's a movie playing like right before our eyes, and we're not paying attention.
We don't have
Right.
enough money to be in it, so
We don't
we're
have
just
enough
talking
money.
about it.
Yet.
Yeah.
Don't come for us.
I don't even know if we pun.
Nah,
What do we need to throw up, y'all? It's Delta sign. What?
kind of, sort of. Throw up the
The
rock.
rock.
All
Yeah,
of them.
the rock
The
head.
CNI.
Wow.
We ready? Listen.
So we can't, but this is all segue into the conversation. This is a real conversation. And we're gonna get into Chuck Schumer. That's where I'm going this week. The top official, and he is Jewish.
Facts.
And he is making big moves, and y'all don't like it. A lot of people are upset with Mr. Chuck Schumer. And I heard Chuck this morning. He was still talking good noise. I did what I did for the people. So, I this is for you all. You don't like how I voted, or you feel like I didn't take the stand that I should have, but you got to know that there's a bigger picture. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about that, what happened this week as we dive into the Trumpster, how you all are feeling about being vocal about what's happening. Is it still them against them and we don't really have anything to do with it? We're just sitting back watching, or are you now starting to be impacted by what's happening politically? You are listening to the show right here on B94.9 WATV. We have about 3 minutes. Eddie, you want to give us some teaser as to what we experienced over the week politically?
Yeah. So Trump dived more deep into the dismantling of the Department of Education.
Oh my goodness.
They've intensified the immigration enforcement by labeling any Venezuelans as a part of a gang, and some people who are not a part of that gang and who are actually legal citizens have been taken and thrown into to a jail. Continuing to scrutinize Chuck Schumer for his decisions. Then we got AOC and Bernie Sanders on a anti-oligarchy tour, and also just continuing to have his orders challenged by the courts.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. It ain't even quick. It's like 2 seconds. We'll be right back. B94.9 WATV. You're listening to the show.
B94.9 WATV is getting ready to change your future and find your more than job. For more details, log on to jobsbham.com. W235BS Birmingham, WATV Birmingham, a Courtney French Broadcasting Company. We are the all-new B94.9 WATV, and the V stands for right. We back when we better, baby. We on the war tour, ladies, we got the plan. Going into every place with a mic in our hand. We on the war tour, ladies, we got the plan. Going into every place with a
Talk about
mic
it.
in our hand.
What? The what? Who is she?
Hey, this is exactly what the city been missing. Let's get them jumping and twisting. Thinking and reminiscing. I'm hoping
That's
you
right.
can this and fight. I hope that lady who's your hope you ain't gonna find another like a hope to Google. Keep the conversation fire. Hold up. You can't get no suck. It's like I'm about to the train. We ain't gonna never slow down. I'm cool with that. Anytime we can put it down, spray it all. We got enough to go round. It's politics as usual out in the city. Let's talk about what matters. But still keep it pretty. Tell them how the people feel it. This is such a First Amendment. Freedom to speak your mind regardless of religion. Your opinion is your opinion. I ain't arguing with you. Maybe I am. I'm going with the number one and I am. I switch it up. Nobody who works when I get she picks it up. And she goes couple Jews. Listen up. We on the war tour. Ladies, we got the plan. Going into every place with a mic in our hands. We on the war tour. Ladies, we got the plan. Going into every place with a mic in our hands.
And we're back. Welcome to the second hour of the award-winning show right here on V94.9 WATV. I am Lady Wu. The fourth Sunday in March is where we are. Like, just brought in spring. Spring just got here. Pollen's everywhere. And things are changing. As mentioned before we went to our break, Donald Trump is following up on his promises, I guess you could say, right? The Department of Education. Why are you bothering it? And then also bothering moving some people around that were employed with somewhere else, moving them from the FBI to somewhere. I forgot what I saw. So let's talk about all of that right now on V94.9 WATV in the show. Okay, where do we start? Ed McMahon's wife? No, it ain't Ed McMahon. It's Vince McMahon. Ed McMahon was the show.
The dude bringing them checks to everybody's house. Got my grandmama.
Yes.
Got my grandmama sending stuff in trying to get that bitch.
Okay, not him. Vince McMahon from the wrestling, and it's his wife,
Linda.
She's the Secretary of Education. Did she ever teach? Do they have kids? I don't know. Can they read? All right, Eddie, what happened?
So basically, his promise was to dismantle the Department of Education, which is a goal of Project 2025. And when this was originally brought out, when Linda McMahon was confirmed, he basically told her, listen, dismantle the Department of Education. And it turned out that you can't just dismantle the Department of Education. So the goal was to make it as ineffective as possible. And so they end up firing 1,400 people from the Department of Education. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is their goal. I can't understand why they would be doing this. And a lot of people, when you get into the comment sections, people are saying, okay, the Department of Education has never been successful. It wasn't a successful program. They're using the metric. A lot of those articles are using the metrics of score improvement. But the Department of Education was meant to raise the bottom of who our society wasn't servicing because states were choosing not to service certain kids. So kids who had autism they just weren't being educated properly. Kids that had lower IQs weren't being educated properly. Kids that had things like dyslexia, there was no plans in place. Kids that were having behavioral issues. So they came in, they created IEPs, they created 504 behavioral plans, they created requirements, they put behavioral aids in school. Because these states just weren't doing it. Like the Department of Education being created in 79 was a response to a lot of people who had kids that weren't being serviced in school properly. And so the idea that what the Department of Education was doing and was supposed to do was make us smarter as a nation, it wasn't supposed to do that. It was supposed to make sure the underserved was served. And another thing that it did, one of the major things that it's done is keep kids from going hungry, because a lot of kids are fed at school. And that's one of the most significant things the Department of Education does, and that it funds. And so the states this system been going on for so long, the states just they're not prepared to spend their money on that. So the narrative that they're using is we are bringing the rights to education back to the states. The states have always been able to choose how they want to educate. It's just you can't choose not to educate certain people based on their class or their race or anything. And anybody who wanted to isolate those things out would create a charter school or go to charter school or a private school. But as far as the public school system goes, like, you have to offer everybody education. And that's the problem that the Department of Education was seeking to solve, which we need that.
Well,
as an educator,
he just delivered on Reagan's promise.
What do you say?
Reagan wanted to dismantle it in the 80s. I think it's 82. And so it just, again, goes back to the Project 2025. They've been working on this for a while, and everything he's doing is what they wanted to do for a while. And so in 1975, with the with the Disabilities Act, one of the things that they wanted to cut was the funding for those sources. The other thing is, when you cut the funding for that source, you also have to deal with the funding for the meals, which that was the first thing they cut. So as you can see, the money because let's look at the numbers. We label in the special ed world way more. Those federal dollars go to your local LEAs.
Yeah.
Right. And so if that money is being funneled, that means that frees up some of your other operating costs, right?
Mhm.
Well, let's take that back. So you got schools like in Alabama, like Huntsville, they're talking about laying off 42 teachers as a result of lost funding. So I don't think everybody understood what Sister Harris was saying. Like,
No,
I don't
No.
think everybody understood what Project 2025 was saying.
no.
And so now that it's like we're doing COVID all over again. It's like the live experiment happening in real time. This money was almost a given in the budgets, right? Because everyone knew that the funding sources were there because the Department of Education was solid. And so now you don't have that legal leg to stand on because the department, one of the things the department was created for is because, like you said, the South's slowness in implementing integration. We're in a bad time.
Yeah, very, very much so. Then, so we can come back to that, but the other one that has been bothered is Social Security. So he said he wasn't going to do any. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to do anything with that. But now, as of March 31st, there'll be a new reporting, or they'll have to check in. They're going to have to physically go to identify themselves to either a office, a satellite office, which a lot of those are closing, or some type of app. Now, imagine your grandma and your great grandma them trying to figure out an app.
Well, I think as a whole, with the Department of Education, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, it's just going to widen the gap, and that's the whole agenda. They're making the poor poorer with no assistance, and the rich will be rich. And if you don't have those systems in place, if you're not investing, if you don't have something other than what the government is giving you for
Yes.
retirement, which is a lot of people don't, you're just going to be down, and you'll have the rich being rich, getting richer.
Which, and I guess the peel back for us is maybe now we can get serious about financial literacy in our communities. Maybe we can start pushing this curricula in the schools so that we replace some of this standardized curricula with
Right.
living curricula,
Yeah.
some real curricula that empowers and educates at the same time to
Right.
show these little boys like, hey, the market is real. You can get in too. And you don't have to be rich to get in. Start early, invest, because I mean the market is designed for long-term gain. And if you keep your money there long term, as long as you're consistent, you're guaranteed to win something. And so what I'm saying is like maybe it's time to have that Booker T. Washington conversation all over again.
Right. Because that was the whole
Because the
thing.
WB Du Bois
Yeah.
thing ain't working no more.
Yeah. The whole thing was, that compound living, all of that. That's what you taught your kids. You taught them practical living, everything that you needed to know to live and to grow and to build generational wealth. And nobody paid attention. Or they said it was too outlandish, but that's really what we need to be teaching our kids. Not just about this plus this and no, like you said, after third grade math, okay, show me how to invest in the market.
Yeah. And
Show me
where does
about
it
my credit
start?
and how I utilize it. Put your kids on your credit cards when they turn 15, 16.
Yes.
Let them build off your credit.
Yes.
Okay. So there are a lot of things that could be done that should be done. And I guess now, if no better time, now would be the time to do so. Cal said, and he tried to start segregation back. I don't understand that. Iggy, Reagan was trying to go out or trying to gut and cut everything.
True.
Reagan always said there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Right.
Well,
Like-
because the thing that Trump and Reagan have in common is not being politics and being eaten off of a silver plate their whole life. They have no connection or desire to be connected to those impoverished. They have no conceptualization of what it's like to not be able to eat, to not know what you're going to feed, for a parent to need their children to eat at school, for a child to know that their best meal of the day might come from there. They were both so disconnected from the common human experience that they tried to make a bunch of changes based on their limited vantage point of
Oh.
wealth. And that just don't work for everybody.
No.
Right. And when we
For
take a
most
look
people.
at, people in position, that's most of them. We can agree that that's most of all of them because they've been in these seats for a long time. We haven't had anything new. Most of these people came from a silver spoon. Everything had a silver lining for them. And so they are out of touch. You are absolutely right.
So I mean, this even I don't know about y'all, but most of us didn't go on a free ride. What about these student loan payments that's doubling?
not only is it doubling what they've done, I've heard a lot of people say that after 90 days, they don't let you know because they were in deferment for a while, right? So they didn't let you know that it was time for you to start repaying them. They didn't let you know until they were 90 days past due. And it hits your credit, and then people's credit scores are dropping 50 and 60 points.
Right.
And it's a number of people that have fallen victim to that because, for one, nobody's letting you know that it's time to start repaying because everybody thought that, first of all, Biden had gotten rid of a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's not the case for
Everybody
some
who got
people,
out.
you know. So that's something to be talked about.
And this part of dismantling the Department of Education is what makes that dangerous because they're shifting the responsibility of student loan oversight from the Department of Education to the Small Business Administration.
Right.
And so the Small Business Administration at the end of the day is run by somebody who have no interest in small business and small people. Right. So what are they going to eventually do with that? They're looking at these big loan lenders and they going to just screw people over to get that money for the big corporation. So it's just not responsible shifts. And again, if this is a moment where we need to be reassessing America, it shouldn't be throw the 4-year-old in the pool and see if he come out swimming. And that's what's happening right now. Wow. It's like they tossing us in and being like, well, we got to cut it and see what happens. I don't want to cut it and see what happens. A realistic way of this is collecting data, figuring out what systematic step downs look like, and getting input from the American people about what changes want to be made versus this administration just saying that everything is what the American people want because they voted for us and we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that argument where it was it Nixon where he was like, it's legal because I'm the president. Like they using the same rhetoric. It's like it's what the people want because I'm doing it. Even though most of this stuff was not said on the campaign trail. Right. Most of this stuff is brand new after I'm the president. And some of it's just off the cuff.
A lot of it's in Project 2025.
That he said he didn't read.
Yeah.
Of course
I didn't read that.
I think that was true. I don't think he can read. I think somebody told it to him.
They interpreted it.
Yeah, so he told the truth. He just hilarious.
So here we are in it, and every day we still have not made it to 100 days. I think we're at 8 weeks.
We got a while.
About 8 weeks for 100 days. So in less than 100 days, do we feel that the government has been turned upside down?
I think it turned exactly the way they wanted to turn. Yeah, and I don't think when you think about government, in our minds we think it's for the people. Just because it says we the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union. That's what it says, but it's never really been about the people. The people that make no, not all of it. The people that make the laws, they make them because they're there to make them. It doesn't have to make sense to them. It doesn't have to make sense to us. And when I think about lawmakers and I think about the law, I say every day, living daily life. I go off things based off what I need to do for me that day.
Yeah.
So it's feeling you feeling the needs of yourself, and you're not thinking about what the lawmakers are doing. And I think that's where we fall short. We need to be thinking more about what lawmakers are doing and adjustments they're making daily and how it affects you.
And how are we going to adjust?
And how are we going to adjust? Yeah.
Mr. Robert said, Elon Musk said, if you are not as smart as his robots, your life is meaningless. Man, who you talking to, Elon? Like
I saw one of his robots fall down the stairs.
So your robot's not so smart,
What
Mr.
are you
Elon.
saying?
Gosh, why you didn't send a
We
robot to
should have
space?
listened to Will Smith.
iRobot. All of these movies, art imitates life.
Movies.
This is a movie that we're in.
Real live movie.
The Republicans' narratives are just crazy because, like, when Tim Walz is out here, kind of like just having saying all kind of stuff. Not being an Ivy League educator, they are talking about how because he didn't go to an Ivy League school, he shouldn't be up there in leadership. But this is the same administration and Republican Party that's criticizing schools as just liberal wastelands where everybody just learned to be woke. So I'm trying to understand, okay, is education good or bad? Or do you just not like what people are learning in these schools? Like, critical thought is something that we need to access if we are looking for a more equitable human experience. But if you are a group of people that are just trying to amass wealth and create more disparities in the wealth the gap, then you don't need that. You don't need people thinking critically. And of course, you're going to be mad when people start talking about CRT and other theories that exist.
Yeah, because
that
what is
explain
that?
our world.
Look, what even is that? Why are you all talking about that? I didn't need a college degree to be rich. So why are we talking about that? What is a CRT and a IEP and a 501c3? We're not funding any of that. I hate numbers. I hate those numbers. All I like is millions, billions, and trillions.
That's what makes sense, though.
To them,
Yeah.
But
and
you know,
and then what P said, if it don't make dollars.
it don't make sense. Oh, we've been quoting reps all night. We're gonna
Well,
have,
listen.
we're gonna have a cipher after
You
the
brought
show.
the rappers in
The
tonight.
culture, the culture.
We started out in the rap room.
Doing it for the culture.
So in the midst of all this, we can still smile, we can still laugh, still have a good time. But there is a fear that what's happening now will impact our grandchildren if we have grandchildren, great grandchildren. My daughter said I ain't having that, so I'm not concerned. But for those people who will have generations to come, like,
It's really a thing.
what's gonna happen? What does this look like? Carmen said, I ain't have no children in this world. I said, I understand that. I do.
you know, I was watching a
What
TikTok video, and she was saying that like fascism is not going to take hold because it never takes hold.
Do we know what fascism really is? What is that?
Fascism,
By
no.
definition.
no, you got it.
I mean, it's rule. You got different types of authoritarian style. It's one type, almost the extreme type to dictator. So it's a little bit more extreme. Hitler, Mussolini, all those guys, dictators, fascist regimes. And so basically, America is similar to that in the fact that oligarchy is really the style. Oligarchy is really the style.
Oligarchy.
Yeah, oligarchy. Ruled by the elite. And it's being proven right before our face, right?
Yeah, it's a far right authoritarian and ultra nationalist political ideology and movement characterized by dictator rule, leader, centralized autocracy. All them stupid words.
And what I'm saying is, so most of those style and forms of government are usually backed by military control. And so when you start seeing him use military for things that military is not supposed to be used for, you get the sense that, hey, it's brewing, because Hitler didn't do it overnight.
Okay, when your military,
it was slow.
Okay, your military started marching with their arms and legs flying real high in straight lines. You know what time it is. Like they out here looking crazy.
Yeah. And then you control the media. You control what's going out. He's doing all of the dictatorish, fascist type stuff, but the systems underneath it are going to be hard because Congress, to get certain things to go, you need certain votes.
Okay, and we got them.
No, they don't have certain votes. Only like the budget, that was different. But certain things, you're going to need Congress to have a supermajority, and they don't have a supermajority. They have a simple majority.
So what about like during COVID, the last time he was in office? The first thing that they wanted to do during Black Lives Matter, when everything happened and it escalated,
Call in the people.
You call in the National Guards. So we see it. When they want to use it, they use it.
Now, the governor also has power over the National Guard. That's a shared, or what we call a concurrent power, right? So that was the governor led, because the president wasn't moving. We knew that, right? He wasn't moving at all. What the scary part is, for me, I don't know about you guys, the scary part is when I saw the federal ban lifted with his executive order, it automatically made me go 1960, right? And so we're looking at the Civil Rights Act, and all acts have to be, they're renewable, right? So if you're able to sign this executive order because you can't get Congress to pass the law to take it away, you're going to just chip away at all the rights that have been attained by sweat, blood, and tears of all of our ancestors. And that, to me, is probably the most scary, because you're not only coming at my money, but you're coming at my history in real time.
Well,
you have several more Al Greens. Okay,
not the singer.
It won't go through. You know, Al. Yeah.
So, are you all upset with Chuck Schumer for his vote for the budget?
I get both ways. I hear him saying no leverage. I think I said that a couple of weeks. Like, they don't have any leverage other than they can just stall out. And that was what the whole sitting there looking like coons, you know what I'm saying, with the coon and deer face. They don't have it yet. And so
You're not calling them coons. You're saying
no,
they
I'm not
look
calling them
yeah.
coon, but they were looking like raccoons because they were just poker face. They're waiting to the midterm election, and they're
Okay.
just trying to build some opposition where they can, stick their head in, and make it be like we ain't got nothing to do with none of this.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
when the so by the time we get to 28, no, the time we get to 26, everybody's going to be in such panic mode and uproar that those elections are going to be, they're going to split back. This is typical. Our history is almost predictable. It's bad. So in 2 years, which will be 26, we'll be voting again because their seats are up every 2 years.
Yeah, get out of there.
Boom, they're going to be gone. And the Democrats are going to have the House, and the House controls the purse, which is the money. And it's going to be that standoff thing that's going to make everything like the Simpsons that I would keep telling. I'm going to keep telling y'all, go back to the Simpsons. Everything was bad, and Kamala came back and won.
And so now that's what I've been saying a lot of this week. Thank you for these very descriptive details. Like Mr. Ziegler did teach me some good stuff. But you're really doing a great job.
Right.
Hope your students enjoy you. So
They do this shit.
they do this shit. They legend ain't like it.
They ain't like me.
Uh
They got that work.
Chuck said that his vote was a vote of conviction. He's the highest ranking Jewish official. So he said that, you know, we've seen a black president. I wouldn't mind seeing a Jewish president or a female president. We need a good leader. And he feels that his decision to vote for the budget was him being a good leader. This was for the people.
Yeah.
You know, like if we didn't do this, imagine what we would have to do to repair that. So then you have all of the citizens going to the town hall meetings. They're really upset. They're going off on these people. And the people that they're going off on, they just be like,
Starting to cancel town halls.
look at my face, like, ugh.
They looking crazy, but they ain't going back in them town halls.
I mean,
But town halls are
it's their
supposed to be a
job.
buffer for people coming to you in public
their
acting
job.
crazy. Like it's gonna turn into a situation.
Yeah, but you got to have them budget talks. And those budget talks are for the people to give their forceful input,
The
which is
people
about
are
to happen.
being forceful.
Yeah.
They are being forceful about everything, not
But
even
we're
just
not.
the budget.
We're not.
We as in who?
You and I,
Where the
us
meeting?
in the room,
So who we need to call to schedule this meeting?
Terry Sewell.
Not Tommy
Absolutely.
Tuberville and Katie Briggs.
I mean,
Stop
all
playing.
of them really. You
Okay.
can call both, all three.
Y'all do that.
And we need
Gotta
to
stop
get
playing.
that going.
Okay.
Because Terry got a little money.
Okay. So we call them and we
More than
say
a little bit.
what?
Well, yeah.
It was like we get in this meeting, this town hall meeting, and what are we saying?
I'm sorry, Congressman Sewell.
Well, we need to be saying Chuck Schumer messed up. Chuck Schumer made a bad decision. That's my perspective. Chuck Schumer can lose his seat, far as I'm concerned.
And Will.
He just doing them. He doing them Nancy Pelosi politics, doing whatever they want to do unilaterally. It's clear. Nobody else wanted to make this decision.
Okay, so let me
Oh,
put this in
man.
perspective.
So y'all already turned up in the meeting.
Let me put this in perspective because I hear people saying that, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but let me put it in perspective with a little, I guess, government essence. Congressmen have 3 obligations when they're elected. The first obligation is their constituents.
Okay.
The second obligation is to the party. Third obligation is to the country as a whole. And the third one sometimes supersedes the first 2, especially when it comes down to necessary vitamins, like the money in government continuing to flow. What would be the backdrop? I'm asking you that, Eddie. What do you think the backdrop would be if the Dems tried to pick this fight knowing that they already were outvoted anyway?
What
Just picking the fight?
Just like
to
tonight.
me, this is a moment.
Okay.
This is a moment to get people to rally behind you.
Okay.
And I think that that's needed right now from what just happened in this whole election,
Okay.
more than a practical expression of what may happen if Trump don't. Because I'm aware that, like, okay, Trump have, when the government is shut down, Trump have more power to unilaterally make decisions.
Yes.
And I guess if he gonna make those decisions with a shutdown or without a shutdown, at least the people are being paid.
Okay.
You know, and so I get it from there. But Chuck Schumer, if you watched any interviews after this, there is no plan behind this. There is no strategy behind this, and he doesn't feel the same sense of urgency that everybody else feels.
Is it because he's Jewish and he has money?
No, it's
One.
just it's
Hello.
One,
He wrote a book. He
Jewish.
just wrote a book.
Yes.
I keep saying Jewish, but think about it on the flip side to that. Think about this. Yes, but it also could be for him political assassination. And you're going to always try to get revoted. He's not done yet.
Schumer.
Schumer.
I don't think so. I like him.
I mean, he's been solid. So like, just because you disagree with the leader one time,
And that's what he
right?
said. Y'all just mad this today.
Some people's political career boils down to one moment that's gonna make or
I
break
agree with
them.
that.
And I mean, you can be doing all the good stuff, but in the critical moment, if it turns out that this was the worst decision, it just would have been what he deserved to get. If it turned out to be the worst decision, we'll never know if it was the best decision or not. But like, it's a lot of stuff Trump can. We just gonna time is gonna tell us what agreeing to that bill is going to do.
Agree, but it's the budget though, right? This is about the money, and we already broke. We don't have a
And that's why all
in
the
that fight
cuts are
anyway.
happening. So what I'm saying is, if you look at, you could play short game or you can play long game. You got another budget fight coming up in the summer. So we got this temporary measure passed. You build up your arsenal for the summer and for the budget, the real budget in October when all of the fights are about to happen.
Right.
This is just, like, man, we just on a merry-go-round. We just going around a couple of times. At the end, we gotta decide whether we're gonna go in or we're gonna fight. And so strategically, I think it was a good move.
Okay.
Strategically, I think it was a good move because it gives you more time to actually get the plan that you need because y'all are divided. And it's an old versus a young. So the party does not have any substance. They're irrelevant right now, in my opinion.
It's so sad.
I'm just saying, like, they're irrelevant.
Some sound effects.
We've been talking about them for the last
I
3-4
understand.
weeks.
I understand why you had a perspective you have, and I don't disagree with your perspective. I just think that what I hope, and I'm gonna suspend my same sentiments the way that I did with Jeffries is,
okay.
I hope what you're saying is what Chuck Schumer is saying in the closed door meetings with the Democrats, and is playing dumb on the TV so that the Republicans don't kind of know what's brewing up. I'm gonna suspend that, but I still stand with if he lose his seat, I ain't gonna be mad about it. Okay. If he loses
his seat, then who? So we're back to a then who thing because it has to be somebody that feel would make the right decisions if we feel that he didn't make the right decision by this one vote.
Like I said, I think party cohesion right now is probably better. But like I said, the only way I can agree with what Chuck Schumer is doing if there is a behind the doors party cohesion that's brewing up and they just not willing to say what it is on the TV. Because listening to his interviews, it's like
very surface.
Everybody who is breaking down what he been saying, he has no plan. He don't seem to sense of urgency. Chris Hayes asked him a direct question of do he believe that it's a threat to democracy? And he was like, if this is a threat to democracy, and it's like everybody else is saying this is a threat to democracy, but Chuck Schumer is saying if it is, he's not willing to say that it is. And so I need that sense of urgency from him. So whatever he's doing, I need to be communicated in a different way.
I did hear him this morning very direct. Yeah. I heard him very direct this morning, Meet the Press, and he did talk about his book, but he did talk about his decision, and he still can't stand Trump. I said, I don't like him. This ain't about him. I'm doing what I was supposed to do for the people, for the benefit of the government and for those government workers and those who would be impacted if the budget or if the government shut down. Then we would have another fight to fight. I would hope that y'all will understand if I did that.
That's what he said.
For me, it's outcome based.
But then if you say, well, I don't care, I feel like you made the wrong decision. I don't care if you lose your seat. I'm like, well, Eddie, so?
He gonna lose a seat at some point, or he gonna age out of his seat at some point. It's gonna be a next person regardless. And he made the decision he made, and his legacy can be a decent one, even if this was a bad moment. True. It's just hard for me just seeing how disjointed the party is, even with this one decision. Even if he is making that decision because that third priority overtook the first two, for nobody else to feel that. What creates his unilateral ability to make that decision? If like Jeffries didn't want to speak on it, we know AOC, Jasmine Crockett didn't want to speak on it. It's very little overt support for the decision that Chuck Schumer made. So how does he get to the point? I mean, he the party leader, so I guess he can make the decision. It just don't look good to me for what I'm trying to see from the party. Because again, I'm getting pushed more left right now.
Okay.
I'm getting pushed more left in these moments, and this is just making me feel like I don't know if these the people.
Eddie's on Mars right now.
Come on to the
leaving
middle
Earth
with the purple people, man. I told you, the
Leaving
independent
Earth.
rockers.
Yeah, I mean, so but you have to identify as such, though,
It's
right?
just one house. We ain't heard from Jeffrey still.
He at the house. He in the house.
But I was just saying, like, so Schumer is the Senate leader.
Yeah.
He's the Senate Majority Leader. But you got Jeffries over there chilling.
He was chilling. He been chilling with AFC and maybe this is strategy. He been chilling with all this stuff. Maybe it's strategy. Like I said, I'm willing to spend some stuff. But like they need to say something eventually. They need to come up with a plan eventually, a strategy eventually. And if they doing a back behind the door strategy, there needs to be a narrative created for the party to believe that something is happening in a way that gets people to say, okay, yeah, I can see that. But ain't nothing been said that I can see.
But they are saying something.
Well,
because silence is a whole answer.
Absolutely. And the other part of that is we're fighting a fight that all of the millions and billions and trillions of people, and we like, what is it that you need to say? We're speaking on your behalf. You put us here, chill out, relax, we got it.
We've been focusing on the Republican town halls. If you go look at the Democrat town halls, that's what they're saying.
That's
saying
what they're
that,
snapping.
Yeah, they snapping about this Chuck Schumer thing. So I mean, something, the people need to be saying something because people are mad. They ain't as mad as them Republicans that's threatening to slip they congressman throats. But
don't act like that.
But like, what gets the people behind the decisions that you're making? And again, the Democratic Party is notoriously bad at this. They are horrible at messaging.
Yeah.
Every single time a message need to be created, they do like Hillary Clinton saying, "I got hot sauce in my bag."
Listen, I was just about to say it's the same song and dance with the party. So I mean, what
And-
can you really look forward to?
they don't
expect
have-
anybody to say to
Yeah.
bring forward. They've never brought anything forward.
I mean, they don't have the back. They don't have the bone.
But y'all
They
saying
missing it.
they. So who if it's they and them, who
Yeah.
who is us
All
and
the
we?
anonymous days.
Yeah, who is us and we? Who represents us?
Again, I go back to the name. You hear her speaking.
No, ain't nobody speaking for me.
I've been on several calls with our representatives.
Okay,
informing,
cool. Yeah,
educating,
yeah.
and
Yes.
empowering.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So the
Congresswoman.
resources are being explained. They're being
True. Okay. You're
But
right.
when you flip to the other side, it's only two in the state. We got you feel me? In the whole state, and only 2 Democrats in the whole state.
And who is that?
Figures and Sewell.
Shamari Figures, Terry Sewell,
That's it.
and then you have Katie Britt. Katie Britt might be kind of turning purple, or kind
Nah.
of. And what's the mix
She paid
between
for it
red and
both.
blue?
Katie Britt dived in the deep end of the
She
Department
paid
of
for it
Education
both.
dismantling in
Okay,
one of
gotcha.
the last
But-
states in education.
Sorry, guys.
But
I'm
you know,
trying to,
Just trying to help.
yeah.
she was.
Tommy Tuberville, you know,
Yeah, you're gonna be your governor, so
you think so?
it's a possibility.
The Tubster.
We already had one that didn't have no high school diploma, so it wouldn't be like
Who was that?
Guy Hunt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, my
Golly.
age tonight.
No, we remember them. I just don't remember I remember the conspiracy.
So I'm just saying, like,
My mind. I remember Fob
so
James.
do
Remember-
you think the people
Excuse
that-
me.
James.
Why would you name your son Fob? What the hell is that?
Because why was the commercial so hard though? Why do you have to
it's-
say his name?
so short.
hard?
Bob, baby.
Fob. Keep up what? Okay, go ahead.
No, it was interesting.
Teach
Thing.
us some more.
Do you think the town halls are worse? There's more anger, more upsettedness if these people lost their jobs too.
Yeah. Oh, one of them said,
You
all
mean
of y'all keep saying these people
the
have lost their
Democrat side.
jobs. Who was that said that? Was it Katie Britt?
On the
No, it wasn't
Democrat
Katie
side.
Britt. Hold on, y'all. Somebody made that point. It was somebody that doesn't like us.
Yeah.
And the person said that it's amazing to me that all of these people are proclaiming that they know somebody who has actually been affected by these job cuts, as if that we don't. And who said that? Because when I heard
Was
that, I
that
said,
during COVID?
no, this was
Mm-mm.
last
No, it
week.
was last week.
Yeah. Like all of these people are, basically y'all just mad for no reason. You're rioting and being upset. You're faking. You don't know people that y'all don't know these people. I need to find out who said that.
Well, the,
Somebody. Some girl.
Definitely for veterans.
Yeah.
Like it's isolated to different groups. And I think that
Mhm.
when you get to a group that predominantly impacts older white males and older white women who voted for Trump,
Okay.
and they're having issues with the VA now because of these changes. They're struggling to get access to their medications and all of these things. So yeah, like you were supposed to protect us. We voted for you. And like I gave my health to this country. And you mean to tell me you're supporting this? So yeah, people losing their jobs, people losing access, people who on Social Security because of those disabilities, who can't do it online now. They got to go somewhere. Who
Yeah.
already have issues. Like they're at those town halls. So absolutely, there's a lot more anger coming from that.
Okay.
I think the Democratic town halls that I've seen where people responding, their anger is rooted in confusion more so than it is in
Okay.
loss of access.
Definitely.
And I think the Republican ones are rooted in the loss of access
access,
and a
yeah.
sense of betrayal too.
And uncertainty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because see, I keep telling people, America is the biggest lie to democracy ever.
Mm.
We're a republic. It's a representative democracy. It's a little different. However, having two political parties is not a true democracy. And we're caught in between two colors, and we're caught in between two groups of people. But at the end of the day, America was built on green
And
Green
nothing
people.
less.
that own dead monies. And so the Republicans who are upset are of the lower class, and the Democrats who are wherever they are, they're in the same class because the middle class is a made up class.
It does not exist.
It does not exist. And we're finding that you could be in the other group if he signs the wrong order. So that's just how quick all of us are need to just, I mean, if
I mean,
anything, we need to get our
almost there.
priorities straight.
Yeah.
We need to get our credit straight. And you need to get some savings straight. You need to get on your game because that's what you can control. You can't control the policies and the executive orders, but you can control going to buy your baby some Jordans
Mm.
versus getting your credit together and
Okay.
getting your
Right.
like you know getting rid of the car note that you really can't afford.
Okay.
This is the game talk that we need to be on because
So that's what
all
we're
the other
talking.
stuff is foolery.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I
In
was
my
saying.
opinion.
When I say you control the day to day, you really don't think about the politics. It affects your pocket. So you need to see what you have to do so you won't be affected in your pockets because it is built on green. So
And,
that's
and
exactly what we
we're
need
finding
to be
out that
doing.
education is not it. That ain't the way either.
Well,
Mm-mm.
right.
It's a lie.
It was
Is that what
a
y'all saying?
Secret Service agent, Evie Pomporis.
Mm-hmm.
She's adamant. She's worked for the government since she was 22, and I know she has to be in her 40s now. I watch her podcast. I watch
Okay.
everything that she does. She will tell you strictly no TVs in her home, and her kids will never go to public school.
Mm.
Facts.
Okay.
So I don't know what that says. I just say, if you've worked for the government that long, you've been on the inside, you've protected the president, you've protected the president's families, you know something that we don't know.
Of course.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna listen
It's like the people that make Tupperware that say that they don't even have it in their house.
because of the chemicals in it, right?
So it's like something. And
Yes.
so
Of course.
apply that to ideology, apply that to a country. That's why I was saying I don't know what was American propaganda, what was told to us just to make us believe certain things. And that's like now, because of so much available information, realizing, dang, I didn't know that. Dang, I didn't know the
Right.
history. Oh, that's what actually happened.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, it's only so much time
Yeah.
in school. Like you're gonna learn a
I
little
mean,
bit.
because
Eighth
That's why you
grade.
try to get
Real
rid of
talk.
TikTok.
real talk. That's one of my
Yeah,
my
yeah.
best friend who taught history. He probably got about 8 years on me. He absolutely hate teaching the history now because all of it is
Man,
bad
yeah,
history.
yeah.
So maybe that's the other part of it. You talk about financial literacy and independent strides financially and things like that, saving and investing. But maybe that's where, we talked about this a while back about churches and other private entities, communities getting together and teaching the history the way that it needs to be taught so that, okay, so I understand what's happening. So that makes me more eager to be engaged. But if I don't know what the hell they talking about. So now I'm not voting. I don't know. If I don't know, I'm not empowered. But if I know and I'm knowing it from people who look like me, who I see every day, and then we go to the fellowship hall and we sit over dinner and these little triangle sandwiches and mints and peanuts and juice, frappe, and we have history class, just like
Yeah.
Bible study. That would be pretty dope.
I mean, one of the things that I implemented my year one,
Mhm.
right, was this ministry with Carl McClure,
Mm-hmm.
the civic engagement ministry,
Okay.
right? Social justice. Those are the things that made the black church.
Right.
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 And so having a partner with her and bringing that element. So we've held the Urban League. We've held certain entities, especially the SBA was out at the
Mhm.
church. So getting the message out is not the problem. It's getting the people to show up
Because when I
to
was
the message.
right,
Yeah.
when
So
I
the
was
messenger
growing
can
up,
teach.
AME churches were notorious for that.
Mhm.
Like the African Methodist Episcopal churches, they were notorious for having people come in from banks, And usually it was black banks.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Ron Marshall came from Bethel AME Zion.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's what we grew up under. Now, kids just aren't in church. Families just
Right.
aren't in church like they used to be. And church wasn't just about coming to listen to a sermon.
Yes.
We were learning lessons.
Yeah,
We were
about
learning about our
life.
history. We
Yeah.
were learning how to build. So it's just not present anymore in the churches.
And
Yeah.
to add to your point, our Men's Day, we normally do some kind of. Last year was health. This is financial health,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
And so, to reach this class of people that we really need to get to, because we finna be on the other end where these checks are gonna be dependent on the first, third, 15, right? We ain't got much long. It's more behind than in front, and so, and the age just they're talking about going up on the age. So all of these factors, the only thing that you can control is what she said earlier, and that's this dollar.
Right.
If that.
The dollar
Okay.
you make and the dollar that you tell to go somewhere.
You all have been listening so intently. We appreciate that. We don't know where you're listening from. I see a couple of different numbers on different places, but if you're listening and you understand the conversation or you don't, or you want to add something, do that. Like, this is the type of conversation tonight where, last week was a hot topic. We talked about dating, mating, and relating. Everybody can get in on that. But tonight we are talking about the reality of where we are as a society, as a people, and what that looks like. And I know I'm very, I'm a humorist, so there's a lot of humor that I add to these conversations, but it's very serious. And it can be very stressful. There are a lot of people dealing with anxiety because of what's happening. There are people dealing with depression because of what's happening and not really understanding what the hell is happening. I don't know what this is. I just know that one day I went to the store, that was $2. Now I'm back in here and it's $6. That's all I know.
25.
Like, what?
Like
Dollar Tree done went up.
125.
No, some of them went up. I should have looked at my receipt. Some was like 175.
Are you serious? No.
Not all the stuff, some of it. And somebody posted it on Facebook first, and I was like, well, I like to go, and that's where I go and just woosah sometimes. Just go up and down the aisle, pick up a little cup, little pen,
Nice moves.
little
Woosah.
Ziploc bag, just some random, Oh, Eddie would love this. What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Get it. It's
Get it.
$1.
It's $1.
But now it's $1 in.
Now it's $2.
Yeah,
Bam from around.
So this is right. This is how we live in. So that's how, that's when you start to see it look real. Or when you go to your children's school and there aren't as many students, especially if you go to, look at Victoria, 150, 175. Yep. If you go to your student school and you see that half of the class isn't there anymore, especially if you go in places like Homewood, Hoover, Gardendale, Fultondale, like in the county where they have picked up, like people have really been picked up. Children are pulled out of school. Yeah.
Where they going?
Well, by ice putting them.
Homeschooling.
That too. They on ice. Back to Mexico. Yeah, she said homeschool. No, not talking about that.
I didn't
We thought-
realize the turn the conversation had made.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They
You
gone.
are, yeah.
See, because you don't know. But there's
I
some
mean-
students in Homewood at a school. Half of their class gone.
Not just
Because
that.
now let's make the connection. I want everybody to understand.
Mhm.
Everything in America is money.
Okay.
If we get rid of them, because kids are nothing but dollar signs with tennis shoes. Guess who don't have to pay for them? The
Oh,
state.
Okay.
Their money.
Oh.
Because each body is a dollar.
Well,
the whole year.
They were that's just what happened as an effect. That was cause and effect. The parents got taken. So who's
I
gonna
mean,
take the kids
but-
to school?
Baby, they
That's what
already
I'm
said that we don't care
Yeah.
if we break families up.
Yes.
The what the man name? The title that they gave the man at the border. The border
Border
sorry. What
Are they
fella
using
said?
that still?
Yes,
They using
because
the
he was
czar
on TV
again?
crying the other day. What that
They
mean?
was killing Kamala with it.
Yeah.
Borders are.
Borders are.
Made that up.
Victoria said that children have been withdrawn, so that I've heard that as well. If they hadn't been picked up, like they're just not
Yeah.
coming for fear of being picked up.
It's a lot of that. And again, your favorite taco truck ain't on the corner where it's been. It's
Right.
like
Oh my
there's a lot of
God.
places that they are not. There's a lot of places that they are not
Get to McCall.
being at because of that. Like why would you? If you know that there are agencies coming around you up, all it take is a white person to have a bad experience with you to get a phone call. And again, this is the problem with legislating using your eyes, because nobody in America got to carry around papers that prove they're an American. And so there are a lot of citizens that are in the Latino community, and there are a lot of light-skinned black people that, to the untrained eye, can look Latino,
I told y'all.
and a lot of Filipino people who are Asian who can look Latino. Like, so we got police officers just looking at people, ICE agents just looking at people.
Why is Wendy looking at me? Because Eddie was talking about these
Wendy
people.
might could get picked up.
And I was just gonna go back into the last show where I said that people say I'm Ethiopian, and you what? You were Dominican.
Dominican.
What is Wendy?
Mexican American.
Yes. Marshall back here, kind of
Latina,
looking a medium
Puerto
brown.
Rican.
We out of here.
I don't know. You know, like
They because remember we said they were African. The brothers is
Oh,
African.
well, I'm good. I'm staying.
Maybe, but if you speak
I'm from-
different, you out of here.
when you use the thing is when you use that naked eye and you don't have to have anything as an American citizen to prove of your citizenship, they not gonna believe you. They just gonna say, "No, you with them." Like imagine being a Latino that been a legal citizen, you was born here, and getting your tire changed at the place
Man,
where they
what?
change tires and ICE show up. You think they gonna listen to you?
I saw
Man, I'm
2
running
good
so
tire
fast.
shops on Third closed.
Really?
Yes.
I
And
go to the
El
blue and
Sol's
yellow
parking
one.
lot is scarce.
Oh, it is.
It's very scarce.
Yeah.
Let's go
Nice
tonight.
little
Let's
drop
go
off
and get
spot.
out there. Let's just go. Let's be supportive. Yeah.
El
El
Sol, it's scarce.
Yeah. Dang. So that's one fight that we aren't fighting. So you know, like when you start comparing apples to oranges, apples to oranges. Damn. That's racist.
Now we're a fruit salad.
Now we about to get canceled again this week. Damn it, Dana. Oh man. Not apples to oranges. When you compare, we might be okay. Maybe.
Broke,
Well,
but
one
okay.
thing, when they amped it up this week in terms of if you look Latino and you got certain type of tattoos, they just associate
Now I'm
you.
in the game.
They associate you with Venezuelan gangs. So there are people who have never been to El Salvador who have been put on a plane and taken to prison in El Salvador. And in El Salvador, if they have determined that you're in a gang, you're not getting out of prison. You're going to be in prison for life. This is how they've reduced the crime. Like in El Salvador, they just really just taking criminals or perceived criminals or people who are criminal lateral and throwing them in jail. And so crime is reducing over there.
If I look Venezuelan, can we pull up Venezuelan people, please? Somebody pull them up. I want to see. And then I want to see the tattoos. Okay. I want to see that. Kendrick said, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what he's replying to, but he said, why worry about them? Once again, why are we worrying about them? Because what? They ain't worried about us, is what you're saying?
Who is the them? The Latino community?
That's probably what he's saying.
With all the Latinos gone, who y'all think gonna be next? It could be the Asian community, it could be the Indian community, it could be us. Like
Where we going?
again, I talked about this some weeks ago. We can't support them unilaterally just deciding to grab up people and take them to jail, because what keeps them from unilaterally deciding to do whatever they want to do with us?
We in trouble.
I'm trying to figure out what
Okay.
makes them look so different, because some of them look white, some of them
look black.
some of them look black.
I went to school with the guy that was from Venezuela, and he definitely looked white. Like if you looked at him, like when he spoke, that's when you knew, okay, he's not from here. But just upon laying eyes on him, he did not look like Venezuelan at all.
And they ain't real Venezuelans. But anyway, we're gonna leave that alone.
But that's why
The
y'all
real
remember when
Venezuelans are black.
y'all remember when we used
All
to fill out
of them.
Scantrons and it used to say white, not Hispanic.
Everybody
A
black.
Scantron.
White, Hispanic, white, not Hispanic. Like you could be Hispanic and white. You know what I'm saying? Colonization happened everywhere.
There is a man on Instagram or TikTok I just saw that he's black. He's black in complexion. Nothing about him is anything else, but he speaks fluent Spanish and French. Did you see him? And he was at Dollar General, and they were talking, and he was able to. Yeah, what y'all talking about? They having a whole they having a whole sidebar.
So
I'm
so
talking
we're
about
looking.
the man out there. Y'all talking about the Venezuelans?
Yeah, we looking
You
at
got the tattoos
we
up.
looking at pictures.
Ooh,
So
look
I
at
think
Willie
it's-
did
that
them.
chest.
Willie did that tattoo, didn't it?
So you know when
Which
you're
one?
when
What
you're
that say?
branded a certain way, like I think it just calls more attention.
What does it say?
Thug life.
That's right. Because we
Salute
get
me or shoot me.
MOB.
MOB.
Money over.
Love for the dead.
We got some of them tags.
It's somebody.
I ain't got no
It's
MLB.
somebody.
That's
in
why they
their-
picking us up.
It's
Hello?
somebody in their homeboy house right now, letting them give them the worst tattoo they ever had in their life,
Because it's
saying
a song
something like
lyric
that.
by Lil Baby.
Yeah, like
and he's going to
You're going to
the
prison.
prison in Venezuela.
Ship them out.
That's crazy.
Ship out
So
some of
what
these
is it
white
going to be
ends.
for us?
But the thing is, so one of the stories is that a guy got a tattoo that's similar to a sports team, and the way that it was done, the Trump administration decided that he was a gang member. He was not a gang member per his family. He is a American citizen. He is Latino, but again, in our country, we're supposed to have due process. You can't just pick people up, put them on a plane, and send them somewhere. We have rules and that dictate how that's supposed to happen. So for Trump to just say, just round them up, and put them on a plane, and send them to some other country. And for him to do that, and then for the judge to say, turn the plane around, and they say, nah, we're not going to do that. Matter of fact, you're a crony judge.
And, yes, and should be impeached.
Yeah, what do we do? What are we doing?
So he could have done that when he decided that we needed bleach. Just give him bleach.
It's the same type of.
It's the same type of. It's it. That's
Just
it.
drink the stuff that
Just
go in
inject
the that go in the aquarium.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what the Supreme Court just ruled about clean water?
They boiling Fabuloso, huh?
What the Supreme Court the Supreme Court ruled that it is no longer a requirement to prove that the clean water is clean.
It's never been clean.
Oh,
there was a dead body in the reservoir of 280, so I don't know how clean.
So what's supposed to happen?
Microscopically.
Well, what was brought up to the court is that they were testing the water to determine if it had impurities in it, and through a roundabout way through the Supreme Court ruled that testing the water for cleanliness is not a requirement, and so the companies don't have to do anything to ensure that the water is clean. It's just going at the end of the day be on the people who are consuming the water to choose whether they're going to drink it or not.
Y'all drink that?
I'm
Which
drinking
water?
1186.
Exactly.
But I was
Thank
asking,
you.
Y'all drink what? What are you all speaking of?
1186.
We're
Drinking
drinking
water
water.
out the tap.
1186.
Anybody
It's
drink
real
water?
I
artesian
do
water.
sometimes.
I don't
do?
drink tap water.
I'm a good old hood chick.
Yeah, the Clean Water
You better
Act.
stop.
The Clean Water Act has ended per this ruling.
Aaron
of the Supreme Court.
Brockovich.
Stop it, Woo. Don't drink that. So water doesn't have to be clean. Eggs have what's the bird flu, and they cost $10.
It ain't. That's been price gouging. Most of that has been
It ain't
price
even bird
gouging.
flu.
It ain't bird flu
Man,
flu
what's up,
universally. Every one of these companies that are selling eggs are gouging the prices.
Okay.
Well, most of them don't have bird flu that are raising the prices on the eggs.
So where has your life changed? I want us to end on that part. Where has your life changed? What changes have you seen? What have you felt? What is different about life in these 100 days? Anything there?
So for
Yeah,
me,
hold on one second. Bobby Jackson said we used to drink water out of hose pipes, and I ain't gonna lie. If I get thirsty enough, I'm gonna drink it out of one a day. What's gonna happen?
Laws were different. You can go out there and drink it now.
What's gonna be? Wait,
Go drink it.
Yeah, we did. We did used to.
we about to
used
go over somebody's house. We going to El Sol and over somebody's house. So I can
These
drink out of
kids
hose
don't go
pipe. We
outside.
gonna see
Okay.
how it turned out tomorrow. Y'all
Bro,
got so
we-
serious.
we-
Autism.
Y'all so
we
weak.
still, we still don't know what
ADHD.
I got it. Top
Autism.
tier.
we still
100%.
don't know what.
I just had the cholera medication for stuff like that.
Yes.
I'm traveling to Ghana here soon. So
Yeah.
I'm taking all kind of shots. I had the yellow fever shot and cholera medication
What
and
my daddy was drinking.
something else, meningitis. I don't know. Y'all better get these shots up. I mean,
We
I
get
know,
'em.
I know vaccines aren't the most
that's
popular thing at this point.
But they should, because
As
we got
long-
these measles background.
Right,
here.
as long
Measles
as they
been
were
gone.
formulated in the right amount of time and not 3 to 6 months, because it takes like 5 to 7 years to actually formulate a vaccination or vaccine.
They better get in there and whip up a vaccine.
So it's iffy because the way COVID was vaccinated, it was formulated. So that's why. That's the only thing with that. But everything has side effects. It's not natural.
Man,
Yeah.
drink that water. Drink that water. Take them vitamins. Y'all like that
Y'all
sea moss
already.
and all that other stuff y'all be doing.
Yeah,
Different, don't even know where it's
They
came from.
only drinking Don Julio anyway, so a little
Ooh.
tap water won't hurt them.
Okay. Just some kind of
Man.
please drink some water.
Man, we on Club
Something.
Shay Shay.
So you asked how my life has changed. My
Yeah.
life ain't. I don't want to say it's changed, but I think it's amping up to change. I just don't know how. And I'm saying that to say Trump changing this policy about segregation, them taking Jackie Robinson's pages off of the website, them taking the Arlington Cemetery, taking Latino and Black members out, and all of these other race-related changes that they making. It's calculating up to something.
It's
I mean,
gotta
it
be.
could just be let's just could just be black erasure, Latino erasure. It just could be that. But I feel like the TikTok streets is saying that he's doing stuff to try to get us to come out into the streets and feel a certain type of way so that martial law can be enacted. Now, I don't know if it's that extreme.
So, with you saying that, you said that you wanted some action. You wanted to hear something. Is the strategy of being quiet and working behind the scenes not necessary? Is that not the best strategy for that type of? You are trying to antagonize me. You all are trying to make me come outside and march in these streets. You're trying to make me be like, you are provoking me. So what if I just be quiet and work with my people in the office?
You don't know what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Art of war.
Another thing is I feel like when a Democrat agrees with Republicans, the way that the Republicans use that moment for something, I just think the moment did not call for him to agree with the Republicans and to seem as if he's giving them something. The outcome, I don't know if that's more important than what the outcome could be. We don't know what it's going to be. It may turn out that this was the best decision to be made. It's just a messaging got to come with that for me. I would like for him to say something that make me say, I got it now. I understand.
Okay. Well, you can't really say I got it now, but I really think it probably was the overlay for the underlay.
Underlay.
I really think that's what y'all go. I'm hoping that's what it is.
I hope so.
You can't show all your cards.
Yeah.
Let me feel like I'm with you.
I mean, yeah, and I'm still gonna talk about you Sunday morning until I still don't like it.
We still making moves behind the scenes, but sometimes that's how you got to play the field. That's what I think it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So that's another conversation about where we are, and I think it'll be pretty much the same conversation every week because
so much.
It's so right. Like, man. Okay. So this week we are still celebrating Women's History Month. All of the women who are educating and inspiring generations. That's the theme. Moving forward together is the theme of 2025 Women's History Month. What are women doing in the midst of all of this confusion and chaos? What are we doing? How are we leading and pushing generations forward? On this radio?
Not only that, I think women are becoming organizers.
Yeah.
As we were before. I see a lot of women working behind the scenes and organizing and uplifting the right. I think a lot of times it's not about politics anymore. It's just about uplifting right.
Love it.
And a lot of women are stepping forward on platforms and just doing what's right and organizing.
Sisters. Krista, what you got? Making history every day, moving generations forward.
Listen, it's just I'm uncertain at this time. It's a lot going on. The best advice I can give is to stay out here and trust God, hydrate and educate and elevate yourself.
On clean water.
Trust God, man.
Amen.
That's what I have out here for today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just trust God and hydrate. I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt too.
Come on. Trust God and hydrate.
Correct.
Clean water in parentheses.
Clean water. 1186.
1186.
Watch your tattoos. Don't get the wrong thing. I need to get mine covered up.
Something.
And if there needs to be some undercover code or sign or something to let them know, hey, I'm black, I'm Southern, I'm not Ethiopian. I need to know what that is as well.
Just open your mouth
and say what? Hey, y'all.
Now just say hello. Basically, it's people with accents, I guess.
Man, yeah, we about to do
different dialect.
If y'all want to continue this conversation, meet us at El Sol. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night. Be vital.
Peace.
Her name is Evie Pumperani. She was a secret agent, and she got to the highest level of the secret agent people, and she used to stand post for the president, and that's what she's big on. They don't have TVs in their homes. Her kids don't go to public schools. Her daughter doesn't have a phone. None of that. They don't do
My
it.
thing about it is
She said it's all about exposure to the media.
everybody can afford privacy.
Yeah, you can. But a lot of people are homeschooling, and you
That's
can
true.
afford that.
You can, but there's pros and cons on the data. The data is just not substantial.
It's not gonna be substantial because they don't want you to believe that homeschooling works.
Oh,
These
it
people.
works for some.
So no, it'll work for all. Let me tell you what these